Evening. To play tarot with me. This is our first try at this. Crow juice and tacos, right? Right? So I'm Dharma, and this is going to be play tarot with me. See if I can kind of cut some of the drama. There we go. Sorry. Okay. So this is for all signs inclusive. If you're just now watching this, go ahead and go and get your tarot cards, your runes, your crystals. Grab a drink. Hi Rita, how's it going? Ready, Freddy? Okay, so we're gonna do this trial and error. This is the first time we've done something like this, but the idea is to help you, for one, learn how to do tarot, right? But for two, it's more about getting in touch with your guides and being able to guide yourself, learning how to trust your intuition. And so we're going to try a couple different exercises. If you do a cleansing thing, do that now. Call in your guides, call in your angels, ask whoever to come in and give you a helping hand. So I guess the way we'll do it is I'll pull a spread, okay, for the whole collective that your guides want everyone to know about. And then we're going to go through each one and you're going to clarify for yourself, okay? And so for those of you who have done this before or, done tarot before, you may hear. Okay, so you have different senses, clair senses. You have biological senses, right? Sight, seeing, sound, touch, all of that. You have those exact same senses in your energetic body, and that is how intuition is driven, okay, by your energetic body. And so when you decide to tap in and try to listen to things and things are still, you may feel something, you may taste something, you may hear a song, you may see an image, like remember something, but if you have a photographic memory, you can see it. Those are all messages, every single one of them, particularly when you're in the middle of asking a question, okay? Yay, hi, welcome everybody. So let's pull out the fairies. Since not everybody has fairy cards, we will do the fairies for the general message and then we will clarify with our tarot, okay? So welcome to Play Tarot with me. I've had some requests from our folks on the other side of the world because I think it's the middle of the night for them. So we might do this on the weekend too, okay? So what do our collective crow/raven guides have to say for our collective, please? All right. Well, we are going to talk about dreams. We are going to talk about manifestations. We are going to talk about what it takes to take a big pile of nothing and emerge a phoenix from the nothingness. That's right. If you guys have never done this before and you start seeing things move or you feel things or you feel like you're being watched or whatever, it's just because you're turning on your energetic body. So imagine the very first time you tried to walk, like you would feel a lot of different sensations while you're trying to walk, right? For the first time. So it might seem like, oh, stuff's moving around in the house or someone's watching me or there's ghosts or whatever. It's not. It's your energetic body going, oh man, I can flex. Woo, I can feel that too. Right? Very good, Carolyn. I have goosebumps too. In the goosebumps that you're feeling, that is the whole tribe tuning in. What we're doing here, this is all of us right now, holding this energy in our hand and creating it to rise. And once we all start working together, we can make waves and waves of change in the world, my friend. Once everyone learns how to turn on their energetic body, holy smokes, right? Everybody feels it. That's so amazing. You see? Right. We are the phoenix. We're rising the phoenix. If you could imagine, if you've seen on my Instagram today, dharmajane.8, I put a picture of a circle of witches or whatever, a tribe circle, right? And they're dancing around. And what that's doing is creating a swirl of energy. Okay? What we are doing here is rising something from the ashes. Or rising something from nothing, right? something from nothingness. I also want to talk about protection. So I kind of feel like there's some of you who may be a little nervous to do this, like you're not protected. You are. This is first of all, you decide that you're protected and you are. Secondly, if you feel the need to, if it makes you feel better to say something, ask for Michael. Archangel Michael, I love Archangel Michael. Just say I need protection and I'm a little scared, but I trust this process, okay? There you go. You can bring out crystals too. I've got a couple. Got some onyx here to get rid of the negativity. I've got, that is jasper. That's blue agate. Whatever. I've got tons. Point is, whatever divination tools you use or whatever makes you feel like you're doing it correctly is correct. Okay? We talked about the fact that in sacred geometry, there's a lot of different formulas that will equal the same number. Okay? Full armor. Very good. So everybody's protected. Now, here we have the Piper. So, collectively speaking, I also want to talk about the fact that it's a 6. So everybody go ahead and get your cards. The Piper is going to be different for everyone. Okay? And who the Piper is for you, I believe, collectively is someone that you're trying to manifest, either someone or something, okay, towards you. It could be a situation, a scenario. Picture this, Sicily, 1912, right? Are a bunch of you guys using the fairy cards? I love that. Okay. So what we're going to do now is clarify the Piper and find out who the Piper is for you. Okay? So what we know so far by reading this energy is that we're talking about manifestation. We're talking about bringing up something, it's the ability to create, right? And the Piper, we're going to clarify what the Piper is, but it's going to be the thing that calls you. Whether it could be a man. Some of us really want that. For others of you, it's a scenario, and it's going to call you. And I think this whole thing is to teach you how to maybe do that. So get your clarifying deck, and you just simply ask, who dat? Who dat? What is that? Your guides know that you can even, if it makes you feel better to say it out loud like you've done it, your guides are always there. But if you would like to acknowledge them and just kind of say to yourself, okay, people who are apparently supposed to be hanging out with me even though I can't see you and this feels like crazy bullshit, welcome, right? And you could even ask for some kind of validation that they hear you. You may hear like a sound change, you may hear something, anything, but it is your guides confirming, right? Did everybody draw? Tower. A lot of you got the Emperor, a lot of Aries energy. Hey Pixie, we're just now getting started. We just did our first clarifier. So on mine, I got one sword up, one sword down. Okay, you can look at this as they are, like if you wanted to get your tarot book out and read it, okay? All very happy. All very happy. Point is, so you can go into the tarot book and read what it means, or you can look at the pictures, and then what you do is you decide, you just say, you look at it, and the first thing that you think about, the first thing that you hear, the first thing you feel, you go with that, and then that starts your flow, and you'll notice that it just starts to come out. Sometimes it might even be good for you to, if you're doing a reading for yourself, to record yourself just talking out loud, because that's how your flow is coming out, that's how it's getting out of you. Because when you do it silently, okay, you're hearing stuff, but then you're also thinking at the same time, and those sometimes get mixed up. So for some of you, depending on whatever your clarifier was, the Piper is going to be, it seems It's this thing that you no longer have to wait on, okay, generally speaking, but it's a manifest. Something that's been manifested for you. For the person who got the Three of Swords for the Piper, that could indicate that it is something that your heart pangs for. Your heart needs it for healing. It's something else that calls you, and since you don't have it, it creates a holes in your heart, a void, right? It doesn't have to be a boy or a man, right? But it can be. But if it is, if your intuition is telling you that the Three of Hearts is about someone that you are no longer with, that is this spiritual protection coming out like good. It had to be clear because in your deeper subconscious, we're manifesting something else. But I kind of feel like the reason that it's coming out now, the reason I have the energy to, for whatever fucking reason, do this now with you guys, the reason that all of a sudden my schedule cleared up this evening and I'm able to sit here and do this is because I think that the wait is over. Is not tomorrow the 7-7 portal? Does anybody know what that means? 7-7 portal? I know 8-8 is Lionsgate. Yeah, it's a hole in the heart. Well, so that's the other thing. I keep wanting to be like, it calls me, and that's what the Piper does. It pulls you to a place where where you're not. 7-7. So there's something about sevens return the energy. Sevens are leveling up. A slot machine, right? But that's the thing. It's like, because we were talking about Saturn return the other day, and here we've got, so we were looking at what the Piper is for you, and it could be what calls you or what needs to be addressed. Because the Piper is an elemental, right? If we're not talking about this as being a person who is calling to you, it could be a feeling. Like the feeling of, like, for those of you who got the Three of Swords or who saw it during your shuffle, it might be calling you like you need to heal that. You got to stitch that up first because the wait is over. Like, you should fucking do it now because in like 3 hours is the 7-7 portal. Whoops. Right? For some of you, it could be an indication that that period is over. Lots of 3s, lots of 7s. That's 10. That's a completion. Okay, so now let's talk about this thing that we're trying to rise. So first we talked about the fact that we have something that's calling for everyone. There isn't really a time on this. I didn't personally set a time for how long this reading was going to go for. So you might want to set that intention now if you would like more specific for your particular whatever, but I kind of want to go portal to portal, maybe a month. We'll do this again on Lionsgate. We'll probably do it before then. This is way fun. But we'll definitely do it then too, right? So this one might be for a month. So we have this thing that's calling, and I think it's something that needs to be addressed because we have justice here. As a collective, like, don't forget things. If this is to, if we're going to stamp this in the ground, we're going to pull Excalibur's sword, and the time is now, you better do it balanced. You need to... B, do you have a deck of regular playing cards? Because a deck of, that's cartomancy. It's the same thing, it just doesn't have the major arcana. Tara. I know. That's why it's good to have teenagers. They can deal with it. Okay, so let's move on to this thing, this phoenix, right? That we're trying to rise here. I want to get a Lenormand for the collective first. Oh. Destiny Rising? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't know what this is going on. I'm like, what this? I. Destiny rising, wishes granted. It's Ladybug. So so for everyone, go ahead and get your cards out again. And now you're going to clarify. I basically guess you're going to just ask what is your, like, destiny. Because they're trying to say it to you here. Spirit, what's my destiny? All right, let's. Why not? Why not? That's not loaded or anything. The moon, shut up. That's not nice. The moon. Neener, neener. Jasmine, the 2 of clubs would be like you have 2 paths, right? You have 2 paths. You could go this way or that way, but they're both pentacles. They're both. Letitia, yours is the path of discernment. You're like a really good judge. So if you don't, so for me, okay, or for what, if the collective, I guess I got the moon. It's like, could be anything, right? But you also can delve deeper into it, right? So look at the card. What I see here, I look at this first thing, I see crystals. I see stones. I feel that. I see this. I see this crab doing this, right? That's musical. Intuitively speaking, that's fucking Sebastian. And that's a little musical crab there. This here, I know that there's a pairing for me somewhere. An equal and opposite half, right? So while the card can be like, well, it's just, rods. So I saw someone who had the 8 of rods. That is fast moving. That's a very fast moving life. And it's almost like once you figure it out what it is, it's going to go, it's going to freaking really take off, right? I do see the joining of 2 here for this one, for the moon resonates for. So let's try an exercise in clairaudience, okay? Clairaudience is French for clear audio, I think. Maybe clear hearing, clear sound, something like that. It's the hearing part, right? So you're just going to quiet your mind and you're going to look at your card and you're going to ask for 1 or 2 words to clarify deeper. I heard a couple of things. Michelle, if you're feeling sick, you should lay down. You can watch this later. And if it's too much energy for you to swirl in right now, physical evolution, I like that. I heard for you. When I read this, I heard for you. Ooh, that's deep. That hit me hard, real hard. Because when your guides get to say something very, very clearly, okay, and you get a word or 2, exactly, it's clear. But I heard for you. So, and I'm an open book with you guys. That's fine. For you, my life path has been a lot about giving, okay, a lot of it, but also that there is an equal somewhere in there. There is an equal, right? And I'm not saying that my life path is about love, like I'm so Libra about it, like, oh boy, my life path is about a twin flame that might be a Pisces. Of course I would fucking say that, but like, let's take it down from away from just the one meaning that the fucking moon has. The moon also illuminates things that are in the dark, right? What are we doing right now? So that's why I go by Dharma. Dharma is the life path, right? And and I'm a seeder. That's what I do. I'm real good at it. I don't know why. It's just I figured out how to show people things. Okay? So for you, that's kind of like my, so do you see how, so hopefully for yourself, you were able to get some kind of solid, now if you're only getting a sentence or two from your guides, right? Like for me it was for you, but you have that with wishes being granted, and also, where was I going with that? You can do more clarifiers, right? You can take more cards, you can get more. Seven of Swords. Well, that kind of feels like kind of personally for me too, because we are doing, because I'm doing a spread for me and a spread for you, and you guys are doing a spread for you and a spread for everybody else. Seven of Swords, King of Swords. For me personally, that's, we were talking about giving, 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 and then a Libra. All Libras, when they don't, when someone doesn't, you know what I mean? We are like, we take it hard, and we get all King of Swords about it. We get fucking mad, and that, you know, slow your roll in that, right? Right. So Priscilla, whatever yours, your life, destiny, path, this thing you're trying to manifest is ultimate happiness. And for you, in addition to that, would be two more cups, right? But if you split that in half, you have sixes. Past life, whatever, you probably have past life karma with another person. I want to pull an angel card, an angel or emanation, to see what other kind of, because we've got basically, whoa, oh jeez. Because I'm not doing this like a tarot story, right? So basically what we've got is we have a piper that's called, so, okay, boom, there it is. How do you connect those two? You have this phoenix thing that you're trying to rise, but at the same time you have this piper thing calling you. Why would the piper come out at the same time as the phoenix? Is the piper the bellows, right? The thing that plays the flute, that gives the air to the phoenix, which then rises the whatever from the ashes, right? Right? So how, so now clarify for yourself, or ask, or whatever, how do you connect these two? How does the piper connect to the phoenix? Six of Wands. The piper is your destiny. The piper is your destiny. The piper is the thing that's going to be the bellows for the other thing. And so when you figure out what the piper is to you, that further clarifies what the destiny is and how they go together. Right. So I want to talk about how to manifest it. I'm going to pull an angel. Raziel, the angel of mysteries. Really? Well, here's the thing about Raziel. He's the keeper of the book. Okay? He's the one who is got full access to the Akashic records. In fact, I'm pretty sure that Raziel is the scribe. Okay? He's the one who, he knows everything. It's almost because we're asking, we're like, well, let's talk about destiny and life path and what it is that we're trying to pull in here. And we're like, well, it's a piper. It's already in the air calling you. And it's the phoenix. It's the thing that's the deepest within you. So it's like around you, but it's also within you. Okay? And when you talk about Raziel, the angel of mysteries, the one who holds the book, it's kind of confirmation that when we're talking about destiny, And when you're talking about things that make it like you, when you wake up in the morning, you're like, this is why I was put here. This is my work. Not, this is the job that I got. This is my work. This is the thing that I'm supposed to be doing. That's when Raziel comes in and says, actually, you're correct. Look right here. It's written in the book. And then because of that, this happens and this happens and this happens. It's not like an RPG with Raziel. He's the scribe. He's been around for all time, including forward time and backwards time, so he knows already what's been going on. I heard what's meant to be will be. Right? And so far, before we move on, is everybody getting a little bit of insight as far as what kind of destiny we're looking at? Yeah, well, tribe vibe. Hard. Right? We all kind of are on the same path in one way or the other. Yeah. Right. Yeah, the Page of Swords is in that deck. He's looking at a book. Great. Yeah. Okay, so now let's talk about how to manifest it. So we're looking at Penelope Dreamweaver. So you're going to tell your guides or whoever, whatever you're working with, that we're looking at Penelope Dreamweaver and how. Six of Coins. You gotta give a little, take a little, let your poor heart break a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. Oh, I got chills. I have the Empress too. But Six of Pentacles, as a collective clarifier, it's whatever you put in is what you're going to get back out. What you put in is what you'll get back out. And I think that talks about the law of attraction as well. The actual scientific law of attraction. We're talking about if you put out there, this is never going to work out for me, right? That's the message that you put into the universe. The universe comes back with, okay, it's never going to work out for you, right? But you put in, I am a money magnet, and the universe says, okay, you are a money magnet. You say, I am involved in an equally reciprocated relationship. Boom, that's what you get back. So if you say, I'm not good enough, it's too hard, that's what you get back. It's about what your intent, it's not, because when we're talking about an energetic body, it doesn't matter if you're actually speaking. Your thoughts, okay, in your biological brain are transmitted throughout your body via a literal electrical impulse. Electrical impulses can be quantified via numbers. These numbers then vibrate into your energetic body, also being quantified in numbers, which then will resonate on some kind of Hertz scale. The Hertz scale is where you vibrate. The idea is to vibrate higher, and when you vibrate higher, higher vibe things come towards you. When you vibrate lower, blah. You see? The Falcon journey is about rising above. Hard work. Whatever your life path is going to be hard. But what you put in hard work, you get back hard love. You know what I mean? You put in the effort, you get back effort. For a lot of you that are hearing hard work, the cool thing is that since we're all tapped into the same energy right now, for those of you who are already ascended and you don't realize what's going on, you might be hearing your other guide. So if you could imagine all of our energetic bodies somewhere in the 5D right now, sitting in a classroom, and everyone kind of talking, and your guides are talking to each other. And if your energetic body is turned on, you might be able to hear some of that chatter. And I know it sounds fucking crazy, but this is how you change the world, my friends. Right. There are too many people who resonate with this for it to not be something that is. Also because science. Right, Tara. That's exactly why. And I think on that note, for a lot of you who are getting what it is, that's why I'm saying this Piper's manifesting, right? The Phoenix is the thing that you're trying to rise, and the Piper is the 3D physical manifestation of it. Oh shit, it's a man right in front of me, right? And some of this is coming out like, well, you put in the hard work, and then you get, that's what I'm saying. You put in the hard work, so you get it back. What you lose or give always comes back to you in the same manner, if not more, based on whatever type of intention you put towards it. It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm doing this for money, so I'm going to get back money. It should be something along the lines of, I'm doing this because I feel like I should be doing this. And the way that the energy gets returned to you could be money. You could ask for it in the form of money from the universe. I'm a money magnet. Money flows to me in all types of directions, right? I hear chatter before I sleep as well too. It takes a minute to turn it off. But right before your sleep, you're totally relaxed, and all of the simulation that normally quiets down the energetic body and the things that you can hear are, when they get turned off, you're like, whoa, you know, what is that I'm hearing? Here you go with the diamond ring. See, well, that's a promise. It's an agreement. It's a pact. Some of you, you know, and you have justice. She's still sitting over here, like, because I think that for some of you, I want to talk about, what's a good metaphor for this? What I'm seeing is this, right? That ball in her hand, and you have to keep it lit. You have to keep the energy at it. You have to keep focusing on it. I'm not saying like give up your whatever you're doing and just focus on this one thing, but I'm saying if you want to make progress in this thing that's calling to you, because it is calling. This, I don't know what it is for all of you. It might be a path. It might be could be a person, could be a new job, could be an actual whatever. But if we're talking about the next, where to next, okay, if that's what we're talking about, from this portal to that portal, we're like, okay, guides, what is this that we need to know before we jump through the 7-7 loophole? Okay, they're like, now is the time to fucking manifest, because it shoots out at the Lionsgate portal. Doesn't it always come out at the Lionsgate portal? That's when the new boys come around. Isn't that what happens? Long story short, you guys have your clarifiers about what it is specifically to you, but it is what you put in is what you're going to get back. So let's say you're deciding to, you know, go for this, whatever you feel like you've been called to do right now, okay? If you're gonna see, and it's the Ace of Rods, it's calling you. That's what the Ace of Rods does. It lights a flame for you in the darkness. It takes the lost person and lights the way. And you got the Piper at the end, like, follow my voice. This is a collective of the Crow tribe. It's all of our guides are getting together like, oh shit, they're all listening right now. What do we tell them to do? And they are telling you to do what? That's what you should walk away with from this evening. Well, the Justice card and you're a Libra, that could be a life path or a destiny about Libraship, loyalty, justice, companionship. Well, ceaseless, the Queen of Spears, that is the Queen of Rods, yeah. Where to next? The Queen of Spears, that's becoming a bad bitch. That's becoming the one. The Queen of Rods is confident AF. So I don't know if you're an introvert right now. The Queen of Rods is an extrovert. She will go out in town and her shoulders are rolled back and she is did in a way that makes her feel like she is did, you know, and she's got fire on her. She will burn you. You know what I'm saying? It's empowerment essentially, right? Wheel of Fortune. You probably have Jupiter all over your chart. You don't have to do anything, just wait until Jupiter comes back and they're going to give you shit no matter what. Journey, the owl. When I did a shamanic journey to go and see to find a new spirit animal for Gandalf. Actually, he was asking me to collect it for him, and I got the owl. And I heard clairaudiently, use your time wisely, says the owl. And to get that with the clock is significant. So I don't know if you do a lot of time wasting or if you're... Oh no, is it buffering? Are we still buffering? Okay, good. So, Journey, I think I was talking to you about the owl and the clock. It could either be that you are, because I kind of get the feeling that you've got like all kinds of things that you want to do, right? But the owl is like, what is it that when in considering what you're doing along with your time, what's the best way to use the time? Hi, Christy. Let's see if we can get another, I'm going to pull a couple of Norman just to see if there's any other additional messages that we can clarify. Yeah, see, okay, the trophy. The success here that your guides are talking about is if freezing. I just got a message. Oh no. My kid is texting me on Facebook. It's freezing it up. Right, Blanche, right. Shit's getting real. Okay. You have the... I'm like, what other messages do you have from your guys, right, to clarify? And they come out with a trophy. It's like, this is success. What you're feeling right now is correct. You have achieved some kind of level of understanding, or you should. And if you haven't achieved that level of understanding from what your guides were trying to tell you, then let's keep going. Okay? Because I feel like your guides, collectively, the Crow tribe guides are coming out saying now is the time to speak to these ravens to change the fucking world. Yeah. And that's the other thing. I keep seeing people saying stuff is lining up. That is one thing that you'll notice, kind of like a bumper bowling, when you try to go on any other path besides the path that you're on, you're going to find resistance. You're going to find people who aren't nice to you. You're going to find discomfort. You're going to find a lot of stress. You're going to find yourself daydreaming, okay? And you will keep getting bumped. So if you don't know for sure what it is, your life path or what, I don't even realize why we went down that, because that was not what I was planning on talking about. I was going to do a stupid tarot story about a boy. And instead your guides are like, no, let's talk about the fucking Phoenix and big time life goals for these people. And I think what it is, as the collective Crow tribe, we are this flock of ravens who have this ability to change the world. Okay? And you don't necessarily have to change the world by going worldwide. You can change the world by influencing a couple of people right around you, right? And so let's say for some of you, you got some kind of card that said you should be a healer, like you got the Hermit or something, right? Or a doctor. You know, you could go be an EMT in 3 months and you're touching people every single day, all day, and it does change their life. For some of you, like this for me, I heard for you, and it's illuminating things in the dark. That's what I do. But I did this, you know, a couple of years ago, and for some of you who are just now doing this for the first time, it might take a minute for you to figure out where and the details, but now that you're using your cards, right? Clarify. But again, I urge you not to pull a card and say, well, this is the Seven of Cups. That means confusion or different. Whoa. That was crazy. All kind of stuff just fell off a shelf just now. So there is a lot of energy in here. But what I was saying is like, let's say you get 7 of Rods, okay? I don't want you to look at that and say, well, that means being blocked and being defensive. Look at the picture. Listen in. Like, if you decide that your energetic body is on, it's on. But you have to pay attention. So you look at the picture and you just listen, and you'll hear things, you'll feel things. There'll be things about the picture that'll stand out to you. Yeah, there's a lot of energy in here. A whole lot. I'm gonna have to really sage. And also for those of you who are doing this for the first time, and what you've done essentially is opened up a circle. We call it opening and closing a circle of energy. When you're done here, you should, if you don't have any sage, you can put some rubbing alcohol and a little bit of salt and light that on fire. That will pull out some of the energy. You can also light a white candle. You can also just say, I'm closing the circle, and no other energies are allowed here. Lavender works. Energy magic or whatever the fuck this is, it's intention based. You don't have to have tools and all the witchy stuff and, you know, doing the things. You can just say to your energetic body, I'm not letting anyone else contact me. Zzz. And then you shut it off, and you don't listen, and you don't give it any intention. You don't give it any attention. No. And then you go back to your quiet place. And eventually, it's like a muscle. Eventually, you'll become very good at it. And when you say no, no means fucking no. That's why people who have the ability to see spirits or whatever can say, be gone and get out of this place, and the spirits will go. My energy's stronger than your energy? Neener. I practice longer than you? Yeah, it's strong. So, I pulled one last card to see where we were going with this portal, and we're headed straight for success. And I think collectively, all of these different destinies, okay, so if you can imagine all of our ravens, and they all bring in their shiny thing, and their shiny thing is their little destiny or their spiritual path, and they drop it into this cup. This is the spirit guides raising up this cup, like, look at what we've done. Look at what we can do. Look at what we can influence. Look at how we can Or heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. Oh, I have chills. There are. We care enough for the living, make it a better place for you and for me. Yeah. Oh, play tarot with me is fun. Ah, let's do it again. So feel free to I might open a collective, I guess, chat. I'm not very good at the whole Instagramming thing, but it also connects to Facebook. The same post gets in both places. So if you guys want to keep talking to each other about this, give me like 10 minutes and I'll put a post up and you guys can kind of whatever, but we should stick together as the tribe because it seems that we have been given some kind of key. How do you shut it off? I need to publish my book. Shit. Well, for one, Chrissy, you decide that it's shut off. But for two, it takes practice. It comes from when you, okay, let's say you're gonna sit still, okay, and just have a moment of having it shut off. You can start by picking one thing to focus on, like a color. Like, let's say you have this, like, red ball in your mind, okay, and you just look at the ball in your mind space and you try to turn the ball and you look at what color it is and you zoom in and you zoom out and you're focusing on the ball, right? And during that time, you're going to notice that there's other thoughts. Oh, my laundry. Oh, on Tuesday. I wonder if I shut off the coffee pot. Blah, 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 blah. And that's things poking at you. And your job is to say, nope, 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 not today, not today. And you push it away. And then eventually you won't realize it, but you will have gone a span of time where there was nothingness. And that is bliss. And that's having it shut off. Now, staying in that state all the time is very, very difficult. That's Bodhi tree type stuff, you know what I'm saying? Sitting underneath it with all the stimulants off so that you can stay in a place of bliss. That is bliss, bliss. The nothingness is the bliss, bliss, right? But during the day, the idea is to stay in the calm boat. Because as long as your boat is sliding on glass, when you sit down to do your meditation and to turn it off, you don't have 50,000 other thoughts from all the times that you got upset or were otherwise in a boat that was doing this, right? You didn't carry those with you. You'd already let them go. They're already gone. Zero fucks, zero fucks, zero fucks, right? And so you're sliding on glass all the time so that when you do sit down to connect or to try to hear, so let's say you're just walking down the street and your calm boat is calm as hell, you could hear your guide say, yo, look up, the love of your life is around that corner. But if you're walking down the street singing doo-wah diddy, right, and thinking about that bitch back there whose hair was better than yours and this thing that's due next week and you didn't pay this bill and whatever, you're not going to hear any of it. Which is the reason that you do the calm boat, which is the reason that you do the yoga. The body part, the asana, the flexibility part of yoga is only one of the 8 limbs. The only reason you need to do that, aside from the fact that it's healthy, is so that you can sit still on the ground and meditate for hours and hours and hours without your legs falling asleep. It has nothing to do with how flexible you are. Zero. Right. So that's the idea, is to stay calm. So now that we're calm all the time, we don't let things affect us. We are embodying the crow. We're being wildly observant. We're seeing omens. We're paying attention to omens. We're recognizing that that's what they are. We're turning on our energetic bodies. We're listening. And then we said, hey, guides, what is it that you've been trying to say? And tonight they said, that. And now what do you do? And what say you? Didn't we talk about that earlier today? What say you? Now that you have that bit of info, what are you going to do with that? And honestly, the only way that I see it is just do what it is that you're going to do, what you think that you should be doing. Because like the bumper bowling, if you try to do anything else, you're just going to get bounced back to have to do it anyways. Yes, Tara. Yes. My guys are like, why are you doing that? They've literally been like, that's disrespectful. I'm like, nay. But I'm talking about cigarettes. Like trying to sit there and hold it and smoke at the same time. It doesn't work. Well, thank you, Naomi. I know. This was tons of fun, right, Letitia? They're like, let's do this every night. Don't give up, Angelina. That's why we're here. Right? That's okay. So I'm going to go and post something so we can continue because we might have a couple sisters and brothers here who didn't get a full clarified answer in the time that we did it because we also did a lot of other talking. Okay. So make sure you get on there and talk to your friends, talk to our tribe members here about to try to get some more clarifiers. So go ahead and I'll post something about tonight, and then that's where you'll start the comments either on Instagram or on Facebook. It'll be the same post. And just, if you have a question, just ask it. And everybody please tune in and get to know our tribe and talk to each other and give advice or, you know, give your solid 2 cents on what you think the card means. But the reason that you guys are clarifying for yourself is because the Piper's different for everybody. The life path is different for everybody. So intuitively speaking, whatever you thought about first when you pulled those cards, that was correct. That's the gut feeling that you go with. That was your energetic body. Because your energetic body will fucking respond zoop, right away. Sometimes before you even, your energetic body, your guides, whatever, sometimes before you can even fully think the sentence of a full thought, they will answer you. Oh my goodness, thank you guys so much for your super chats. I'm just now seeing those. Thank you. So, point is, what you hear first, that's the answer. And you might also notice that for those of you who are clairaudient, that your guides' voices are not your voice. They sound different. You may be the Piper, Simone. Pipers are important. The Pipers are the ones who lead people to the path that they're supposed to be on. The Piper is a path. Some people need to be the Piper to draw people out of whatever, to draw the mice out of the town, to put people here, to put people there, whatever. Right? No, Rebel, you're not. We'll talk about it. So let's get off of here and move over to text social media so we can keep this going on all night. Okay? You guys are amazing. This was so much fun. Thank you so much for all your super chats. Exactly. That's right, Simone. Yep. A lot of you could be the Piper. Mm-hmm. I love you guys too. We might try to, like I said earlier, we might try to do something again on the weekend at a different time for our other continental friends who apparently it's 2 and 3 in the morning for them right now. So we may try an earlier time in the day for them too. Thank you so much. I love playing cards too. You guys are the best. You could try it again. You know what I mean? After this gets published live, you can go back and watch it again, and you can clarify what you've Dharma Jane 8. The page, not my, like, it's the business page where everybody's going. Yeah, I'm going to post it on Instagram and also Facebook. So if you guys are following me on either of those, it'll be there. Carolyn. There might be something on Twitter. I don't even know how to get into my Twitter account. So we'll see. But for now, like I said, we're gonna do trial and error. This is not the only time we're gonna do this. This was so much freaking fun. We're definitely gonna try to do it once a week, okay? And we're all gonna get really, really good at it really, really soon. We might also have to do some other things because Rebel Soul said she didn't hear anything at all. We might try to do some other thing like clairaudient activities and exercises, okay? And oh my God, we're doing that next time. I'm not telling you what it is, but we're doing it next time. I need to write that down. That was a good one. Someone remind me next time clairaudient exercises. Okay? Oh God, I can't wait. I'm already ready for next time. All right, I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye.